Well, if you've got some loose trim like this, I've got some tips on how you can fix it yourself. Now, let me talk to you first about the anatomy of a wall. Typically, if you look at your base trim, you may notice there are nail marks where the original trim was affixed. Remember that typically there are studs every 16 inches, but there's also something called a bottom plate of wood that extends horizontally across this trim. So if you can't locate where the old nails were, if you just keep a nail up, say about an inch, maybe inch and a quarter from the floor itself, the finished floor, you can drive a nail in there and suck that trim back into place. So you got a couple of choices here. I'm going to use some trim nails, a hammer, and a nail set to put it back in there. But it's also something that if you have a nail gun like this, this will make pretty quick work of it as well. So we've got an area here. We're just going to put it and hold it in place with your hand. Make sure it looks good, that if you were to be able to bring it in there. And as I mentioned, I'm going to take a nail, and I'm going to hold it up about an inch or so from the finished floor, and I'm just going to start hammering that nail in. Now, you don't want to hammer it all the way down, because if you hit it with the end of this hammer, you may damage the trim. This is called a nail set. It's basically like a little bit of almost like a chisel, but it's round on the end. So you're going to line up that nail set on the very end of the trim nail, hold it there, and then just tap a little bit to drive the head flush underneath there. Now you can come back and patch that with a little lightweight spackling, touch it up with some paint, and that's it. If you'd like to find more helpful videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can always find more information at acehardware.com, or you can stop by your local Ace Hardware store, because Ace is the helpful place.